Hi, Marty Stone for Buckingham Investments, and the question that we want to answer now is, how can I be sure that there's nothing wrong with the piece of property that I want to buy? And that's a great question, and for most of us buying investment property, you're not going to have an opportunity to go through the whole building until after you've got an accepted offer. And once you've got an accepted offer, now we enter what we call a contingency period. And one of the first things you do in your contingency period, you get what we call a free look. And that's where you get to go through, without spending any money if you want, you get to go through the building yourself and look at all the apartments and make sure they're what you were expecting when you drove by the building on the outside and when you looked at it. And let's just assume you get by the free look period and what you see in the apartments is acceptable to you. The next thing you want to do is you want to get a licensed building inspector to go in the property and have a look for you. And they're going to look at all the major systems like the plumbing, the roof, the electrical. They're going to look at all the systems and the heating, and they're going to let you know what their opinion is of those systems if they see anything wrong with them. Now what happens with most of those inspectors, they are not licensed general contractors and or plumbing or electrical contractors. So if they find anything wrong on a major scale, they're going to suggest you get a licensed roofing contractor in or a licensed plumbing contractor. And that's something you're going to be able to do. Assuming the building inspector looks at all the major systems and thinks everything's okay, one of the other inspections that you might want to do is get your property manager to go through the units and give you his opinion of what he thinks the units might need on a general basis to keep them rented for you, and or if there's any deferred maintenance from his opinion. Because an inspector isn't going to tell you a whole lot about the condition of the carpets or the drapes, or if he feels the apartment is very rentable based on the way it's laid out. And that's why it'd be good if you could get your property manager that you've selected ahead of time to go through the building for you. So, and the final thing, at least in Southern California, we usually get a termite inspection with most of the properties to see if there's any pest control issues or any dry rot issues. So you're going to get the free look, you're going to get your professional inspector to go through the building. If there's any other issues, you're going to get maybe a licensed contractor to have a look. And finally, you want to have your property manager go through the building. And that's how you're going to know that this building is right for you. Thanks for listening.